Okay, so second grade, we're gonna make a really cool sculpture using aluminum foil. And to get started, I went outside and I found myself a beautiful stick, which is going to be the base of my sculpture. So I'm gonna put that down and I'm gonna pan you down as well, because I wanna show you how we're gonna be making our dragon, which is going to be sitting on top of the stick. And here's another one I grabbed just to show you. Try to find something that has a lot of interest, because we're going to try to leave it where we're not painting the dragon, because he can be silver because we're using the aluminum foil. So what you want to do is take your aluminum foil and get yourself a piece, about like that, the size of a piece of a paper. And I'm just gonna move my stick off to the side for a second. And what I'm gonna do is basically just shiny side out, so flip it upside down. And I am going to just lightly roll it up. Don't squish it too hard. You want it light and fluffy. And I'm gonna bend and lightly press with my fingers. Look at that. I already created his head. Do you see that? And I'm gonna make his neck. And his body gets a little bit thicker. And you know what, guys? I think he needs a bigger tail. So I'm gonna take another piece of tin foil. And just basically attach it to his body. That's what I love about tinfoil. It lets you create really cool things very quickly. And of course, this dragon's tail is going to be nice and long. And I think I'm gonna take a pencil. I'm going to spiral his tail, starting at the bottom of the pencil and just kind of spinning it around. Do you see how I'm spinning that down like that? And that's going to create a really cool looking tail on the dragon. Pull that out. Do you see that tail? So I love that. I'm going to put his head down a little bit. That's fantastic. So I'm going to go back to the base and I'm going to plan out where I want him to go. And I think I'm going to put him right here. Now I'm going to use a little bit of hot glue, but you can certainly anchor him with a rubber band, or you can use a twist tie, or you can use some Elmer's glue and just let it sit. But I'm going to put him right here. So I'm just putting a little bit of hot glue. So if you have mom or dad around to help you, you can do that. Okay, so do you see him on the branch? And now to make his arms, I'm gonna take a much thinner piece of aluminum foil and bunch it up just like this. Squish and squash it. And I think what I'll do is dragons usually have shorter arms. So I think I'm going to cut this piece of aluminum foil in half. Roll his arms over a little, and I think I'll take a little bit of hot glue now. But see what I'm doing? I'm putting it onto the back of the dragon and sculpting out his little arms. And I'm gonna give him some nice back legs. So I'm just taking that little strip that I made and creating what I think looks like legs on a dragon. start on his back and anchor them on. And he's sitting on that branch, protecting the kingdom. So there's his back legs. Do you see his back legs? Love that. Now, before I go any further, I'm gonna take some black paint. What this does is it antiques the metal, gives it a little bit more of a older look. So I'm just gonna go ahead, and you can do this first before you continue, but I like doing it after I make it because it just kind of hits the spots I want it to go on. I could always take some masking tape and just wrap him up like a mummy and then paint him, and then you wouldn't see the aluminum foil. But do you see how quickly just dry brushing some black paint, get under his chin there. Wow, I love that. Look how cool he looks already. I put a little bit of black paint on his head here, so I'm going to wipe some of that off. I have a piece of paper towel here. And that just kind of takes some of that off. And now I need to put the wings of the dragon on. Okay, so boys and girls, to make the wings of my dragon, I found these cups that I've been using for all my projects. And this looks great because it's gonna make it look like the wing of a dragon. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut my cup in half like this. See how I cut the cup like that? And put it together. See how I put them together? And now I'm going to go ahead, oops, and round off the top. And most of the dragons I've been looking at have a scalloped bottom. Cut the bottom of the cup off here. Okay, so you see my dragon wings? And I think I'll take some of that black paint. Just dry brush some of the black on, just to antique it a bit. And you can pretty much straighten out that cup by just smushing it on the tabletop. And by the way, I'm using acrylic paint, but if you don't have acrylic paint, you can just certainly use some tempera or another kind of paint you might have at home. And I'm gonna just glue the one wing on. Wow, that looks great with that cup. You can certainly tape these right on, or you can Elmer's glue and just, you have to give it time to dry. But I use the hot glue just to speed up my project. But you know, in art, sometimes it takes us 2 or 3 weeks to make something. But look at the beautiful wings that cup made. Wow. Now, I think I'm gonna take some of these scraps here. I'm gonna sculpt out some flames. Put them coming out of the dragon's mouth. And I'm just creating just little shapes like that, you can see. and layering them and gluing them. I'm going to dry brush some black onto those before I glue them. And take a little bit of glue. Stick it onto the dragon's mouth. Again, you can use this glue. I could put, if I wanted, another dragon on the other side to look like he's battling. But you see how the branch really adds to the sculpture. It gives it a lot of life. So boys and girls, if you don't have a cup like I have, you can use paper for his wings. You can use a coffee filter. I'll show you what that looks like. And here's one that I cut out some really cool wings and glued those on like that. But you can see that within a few minutes of exploring with aluminum foil, you can make an amazing sculpture. So boys and girls, give the project a try. I'd love to see what sort of dragon you create overlooking the kingdom. And if you master the project, please send me a picture at pricet@proriver.org. I'd love to see it. And if you'd like to try another fantasy project using aluminum foil, you can click on another grade level link and see what they're doing as well. So boys and girls, I hope you had fun. Please make sure that you're filling out the Google Art form, which is located on the homepage of the website. So boys and girls, make sure you tune in next week. We'll have more fun and exciting art projects to try. And I'll be talking to you soon. Have a great day, boys and girls.